and welcome to UHC Season 3.
Yeah, buddy!
Today we're doing Mumble FFA with lots of people from last season. We have SteelStaff22.
That's me, everybody. Here we go.
We have Hypes PvP. Okay.
What a dude.
We have Blissfulldeath. We have Fred.
You guys up, man? How you doing?
We have Wake Up Grandma.
Sup? Leave me alone.
We have Mr. Kaikino.
And Summer the one. Right there.
Z Viperman. Okay. Andy. There he is. We have Showbooking, who's new to this, who's new to UHC.
Hey.
And we
I
And we
killed
have-
Tom!
and we have Summer, the one.
Accurate.
And we have RykoPlays, who's both hosting and playing. So thank him for hosting.
Hello.
And our spec for this season is Ian, Mr. Perfect Gaming, and our rule referee is Hung. Now I'm gonna list the rules. Nether is on, Mumble is on. This means that when you come within 100 blocks from player, you can talk to them. Episodes are obviously 20 minutes, and PvP's at the start of episode 2. Flint Apple rates are vanilla. Golden Heads are on. Absorption is on. Notch Apples are off. Strip mine IPVP is off until episode 2. Strip mining's off. Staircasing and roller coasting is on. Pokals are off. Teams are obviously FFA. Digging sounds allowed. Digging entities is not. Strength 2 is banned, but Strength 1 is good. The world size is 2,500 by 2,500. Shrinking border shrink out to 200 by 200 in 3 hours. And Ian and Hung are the only specs. Optifine and Optifine Zoom are both allowed. UHC was created by the group Mindcrack, and we like to wish everyone a good luck in this season of UHC.
Good luck, everybody. See you on the
Let's
other
go.
side. Hello everyone, welcome to UHC Season 3. This is a free-for-all Mumble UHC where I'm actually a spectator, that's why you only see my head here. Right now we are sort of following Fred the Wizard. Where did that little rascal go? I knew he was around here a second ago. However, the way this UHC is going to work is I'm going to be spectating, Hungcraft is also going to be spectating, and we're all wishing people luck in the chat here. So, let me TP to Fred. See where he is, see what he's doing. Oh, he's already out of the jungle. Smart move. The reason I'm following Fred right now is because he... Actually, I have no idea why I'm following Fred. I just looked at my score. He actually finished second in UHC Season 1. He is actually a favorite in this season. That is why I'm following him right out of the gate. Because he has a total kill count of 3 kills between the first 2 seasons. Right now, Hung is on the Mumble server, and you can see his name right there, Hungcraft. He is spectating as well. He is going to be looking for cheaters, seeing if people are, muting their mics, because the way Mumble works is whenever you get within 100 blocks of another player, you can hear their mic, hear their commentary, and it will kind of play out really interesting. Obviously, I'm not on Mumble because we can't hear Fred right now, so we will have to keep track of where everybody is and what's going on. Try to keep a kill count and see what's going on in the tab list here because we want to be able to see all those fights. So, predictions for this season. Let's start off with some what's the word I'm looking for? Some statistics of everything that's gone down before. I think I'm either me or Fred's lagging a little bit. No, he was just typing in chat. over some statistics that happened before. The winners that are playing again from Season 1, we have Zach, Z Viperman. He is obviously a favorite. He was my partner in UHC Season 2. He finished first in UHC Season 1 and second in UHC Season 2 with a total of 2 kills. I think he is going to be the favorite simply because of those very strong statistics right there. Next on the list, we're going to go based on Season 1, would be Fred the Wizard. He finished second in Season 1. We're following him right now for that reason. He has a total kill count of 3. 3 kills, that's still greater than Zach's right away. Pretty strong there, but he also died first in UHC Season 2, so that's a little sketch, but UHC Season 1 was free-for-all, and that's what he excels at, so he's also on the favorites list for this season. Next down the list, we have Brody and Hypes. 2 separate people in this one because they are definitely on their own. Oh, actually, sorry. Hypes was actually had some technical difficulties literally like a second ago and was not able to join this season. So Hypes is out, but Brody won with Hypes UHC Season 2 with a total of 3 kills as well as Fred. So he's looking pretty strong this season. But behind them, the people with 2 total kills would be Steel Staff Gaming, aka Val, we'll call him Val, and Blissfulldeath, aka Steve. I'm not sure what I'll call him later on in the season, but they both have 2 kills, same as Z Viperman, but they are yet to score on the podium in either of these seasons, even the top 5 from Season 1. Below that, we have a pretty strong turnout from Wake Up Grandma, aka Trevor. Trevor has finished 3rd in UHC Season 2 with a total of 1 kill. That was not a bad run by him. I really enjoyed watching his final fights and everything that went down. It was very strategic, very well played. He's going to be one to look for. Now, ones that haven't scored any kills, we're going to start with Mr. Kai Kino. I'm just going to call him Kai. He doesn't have any kills, but he finished 5th in Season 1 and 3rd in Season 3. Together, those are pretty strong stats. His strategy might be just to kind of stay back and, wait until everybody kills. We'll see if he does that again this season. And there's already some people taking damage. Blissfulldeath, aka Steve, already has 1.5 hearts gone. Brody took half a heart. So they are not going to be fighting for the Iron Man Championship at all during the season. Beyond that, we have a couple of returning players. We have Monster Andy, and then we have a couple of brand new players. The brand new players would be Ryko and Showbucking. We're going to call Showbucking Shobu. Ryko is hosting the UHC. He's hosted Windforce all along. And Showbucking is actually a new addition to Windforce. He's a really cool guy. Hangs out with Andy quite a bit. And I'm excited to see what comes of him since this is his debut season. Now, Fred here, we're going to start looking at the actual gameplay. Where did Fred go? We're going to start looking at the gameplay and everything that's going on. Fred obviously has a great start. He had some reeds back over there. He has some... Oh, Steve's lagging. He has some cows right over here. And obviously in a jungle. So, Fred, we're going to be looking at you throughout this whole thing, but I also want to keep an eye on Z Viperman, aka Zach, who I really enjoy playing with and enjoy watching because I know how strong of a UHC player he is, especially in free-for-all. But he has the best overall score between everybody. He also has some horses right over there, as we saw a second ago, and right now he's just kind of collecting trees. Oh, spawn next to a village. I'm sure he sees that. But he has some horses. He has a good oak forest for potential with apples. And all the horses, if he could find a saddle in this village over here, he's going to have a interesting start because he'll have to A, babysit the horse, and B, also have a good turnout in final fights later on if he gets to hang on to those horses. Blissfulldeath is back. Let's see what's going on in chat real quick. Ooh, Kai is already hearing someone, so they must be nearby, but they already left each other apparently. So, whoop, Zach glitched right there. There he is. He's already looking over here for the chickens, I'm assuming, because he wants to be able to get some arrows later. He's a very strong bow fighter. He's probably best in, I'd say, a direct PvP melee challenge. But he is already prepping forward for the arrows because in UHC it is very strategic to have small bow fights and things like that. I'm assuming he probably already raided this village over here. Oh, I am using the Windforce texture pack, aren't I? That village looks very odd. But I want to see what he does, but we'll have to check up with him in a minute because as I take some notes here, I am trying to come up with my little scoreboard of predictions. So we have Z Viperman, Fred, and then I'm going to go with Brody to finish third. This is simply based on statistics, not based on favoritism or anything. That'd be Kangaroo Smoothie if you didn't know. And we'll see what's going on. Oh, he's already in a ravine. I believe this would small ravine, very sketchy ravine. Some cobblestone. So he's been digging. He's already mining. So he has a good start. Huncraft is checking him out as well, because he probably has the same thought process as me. Huncraft is checking for cheaters. However, he does want to enjoy the season a little bit too. And then for fourth place, based on kill count and previous finishes, we'd probably have to go with Blissfulldeath or Val. I'm going to put Blissfulldeath ahead and then Val. So let's go check on him, see what's going on. That would be Steve, Blissfulldeath. See if he's caving or anything yet. Nope, he's just kind of hanging out. He has a new skin from last I saw him. But he does have a stone axe, meaning he has been underground. But he probably sees those cows right over there. I think he might be lagging. I'm not sure, but he already has a heart and a half gone. Fred has a heart gone. Missed that when we TP'd over to Zach. But I'm not sure what's going on with Blissfulldeath right over here. I'm going to just kind of leave him be and get my way going over to Steel Staff Gaming, aka Valiant, right over here. Looks like he has a stone sword. Let's see what's going on. He's chopping down some trees. Probably doing the same strategy as Zach right now and looking for some apples early on in the game, which is a very strong way to go, because you can always get apples now while it's daytime. What time is it? About noon, Minecraft time. But getting apples early on in the game is better because you don't have to come back up to the surface when it's possibly night or anything like that. When there's fights going on, players kind of surface. You want to be ahead of the game, and Zach and Valiant here seem to have that strategy going pretty strong. Now I'm going to TP over to Wake Up Grandma, aka Trevor. He is kind of one of my, he's one of my favorites personally. However, statistically, he is not going to be a favorite at all. He was on a team that finished third in UHC Season 2, but he only has 1 kill, and based on that, he's not looking good. But he might do the same Iron Man, since he hasn't taken any damage, and just kind of hide underground until the fights happen. He is being smart as well and taking as many logs as he can to go get some apples, things like that, as we've been mentioning. I'm sure other people are doing that too, that we just haven't been able to check up on. He's eating some raw food. That's a bold move. He probably already has enough of it since he has so many oysters around, those piggies, and some lava. So he's going to have to watch out for that. Let's see where he's going. He has a ton of cows. Look at that. What a good start for Trevor, as long as he can get some reeds early on. Some horses as well, or a horse. There's probably some other around. A donkey, a few donkeys, since they always spawn near each other. But he looks like he's having a pretty strong start. I see some reeds over there in the distance. Maybe he'll be able to catch up to those in just a second. And those will be very important for enchanting later. And he has a very interesting start. He skipped a bunch of cows, so I'm assuming he's already killed a bunch of them. So Hung is there in the chat having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let's just let him have that. And then my next favorite, going on to the players that have 0 kills, will have to be Mr. Kai Kino. And I'm saying Kai because I can't do... Oh, I have to TP. My bad. There we go. I'm saying he's a favorite because he has finished 5th in Season 1 and 3rd in Season 3. He's obviously going for the apple tactic here. But he's probably the best at just kind of hiding from the fights until the very end, which gets him very high scores, but he's not getting a lot of kills through that way. So maybe he's just struggling in the PvP department. I'm not sure. I know he is a very great PvPer and can put up against good fights against all these other guys. So we'll have to kind of watch out and see what he does. I really hope this season he gets some good fights going, and we can see some things like that. Getting some food right there, Kai, I can see. We're lagging just a little bit compared to you, but that's perfectly fine. Now, the last returning player that we haven't seen yet would be Monster Andy. He is sitting with no scoreboard in the top 5 from either season. He's sitting with no kills, and wow! This is a beautiful extreme. This is crazy. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm ignoring you for a minute. This is like an amplified world. I wish I could have that in a SMP. That would be amazing. I'm not sure where he ran off to, so I'm just going to try to keep up with you here. But looks like he already has some stone tools, which is pretty typical to start your day off by this time. It's almost still about noon, I guess. I'm not sure. But he just skipped over a bunch of cows, so I'm assuming he already has some from earlier. He's probably looking for some reeds, I'm guessing. That's why he's following this river. But I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him since we didn't catch up with him sooner. So since we have Monster Andy off knocked off the list and checking up on what's going on. We need to move over to the newer players that haven't been checked up on yet. So I want to go to Showbucking first because I'm not sure how he's going to do. He's new to Windforce. I don't know him too well. Let's kind of track up here, see what he was doing. Looks like he's staircasing down a little bit already because he must be good on food, must be good on apples, but I don't see any degrading trees over here. Maybe he forgot. It's going to be very interesting to watch to see what his strategy is, but he's already staircasing down, so he must be pretty confident in everything he has. If he keeps following this route, I think he's just going to miss this cave that's below him, as you can see. There's a ravine over here. I'm looking for anything else that might be interesting. I thought that might be a mine shaft, but it's not. But yeah, if he was like 5 blocks... Oh, he's digging straight down. Okay. He is going to run into this ravine. And that's going to be very good for him if he just keeps digging straight down. Oh no, he's staircasing still. He must have just simply found some iron. But he's going to miss it by like 10 blocks, guys. That's going to be a slap in the face to him when he watches this recording later. And just to see what he was doing. But yeah, we'll see what he does. Maybe when he gets to the bottom, he'll hear the lava. Things like that. But since he's pretty new here, I'm not sure what to expect from him. I really hope he does well. And yeah, he must hear the lava. He's getting... There he goes. He sees it now. Yep, he sees it here. He's being careful. He has some lapis early on. Let's see what else he might have in this cave. Some was that gold? No, that's iron. Some coal. Some more iron. Iron. Redstone way over there. I'm not sure if he's going to do that for levels yet. And, ooh, if he goes far enough, he can get some more iron. So that's what Shobu has going on. Looks like a pretty good start as long as he can get this lapis, because that's always a hassle to get later. I hope he remembers it's 1.8 enchanting and actually goes and gets the lapis. So the last person we have not checked up on would be Ryko, the actual owner of the server, the person that, you know, he actually, yeah, since he owns the server, he's pretty well set up, but he doesn't really play with us often, so we don't really know what to expect from him. I know he's a very strong player, a very good guy, and I don't think he's recording this season. However, he will be interesting to follow up on later. Let's see what's going on. Kai's looking for a time update for night. Looks like about 2 minutes. I'll do some like night and day updates, things like that. But Ryko just ran off from us. Whoopsies. There we go. But he's trying to stay near to the surface right now. I'm not sure what's going on. And seems like Wake Up Grandma, aka Trevor's having some trouble. And Blissfulldeath doesn't hear anyone yet, which is actually a good sign. So Blissfulldeath will probably run into a player later. But for now, the way Mumble works is whenever you get within 100 blocks, you hear someone. And Fred, it was stuck for me a minute ago. And we're just checking a couple settings just in case. It doesn't look like the sun's moving. It's going down, kind of glitching a little bit. Fred does have console. He knows all the commands. Sadly, I don't. But we just want to be sure in case anything goes on. How long until episode 2? Fred is doing the timing for this one. And oh, there's a village over here. I'm certain that Ryko probably found it. Lots of villagers, some good farms. He didn't harvest the farms. Maybe he didn't see it. But this is really not far from Ryko. But this also looks really similar. If we go over here and take a look, really similar to Zach's, but of course villages do look similar. So let's go check up on Zach. You know, our good old friend Zach. We saw him earlier, but we don't know what's going on at this point. So looks like he's still on the surface. Has half iron already. And those are the important bits too. That's crazy. He's just looking for some more food, some more feathers, prepping up for later on in the UHC. That's looking pretty good. And that rounds off our total of 10 players. We're getting going again. I'll kind of just bounce back and forth between players that I'm kind of favoring towards or am finding interesting. Or if they take death, I'll TP to them as soon as I can to see if there's a fight going on. Things like that. However, yeah, there are 4 people now that have taken damage. And the next one would be Kai. So in order, I believe it goes Blissfulldeath, Kangaroo Smoothie, Fred, and Kai, of order in which they took damage. And oh, he went underground. Let's sneak down. He's doing the classic 2x2 dig. Looks like if he keeps going down from right here, he might be able to hear this lava, I'm thinking. Maybe, oh, he will be able to hear that zombie, and that should lead him to a cave. If he goes deeper, looks like there's a cave down there with nothing really interesting, just kind of snakes around. But this cave right here might be able to branch into a few other things that could lead to some strong items for him. I'm looking for diamonds, things like that, and we'll see how he does. Digging right there, he's pretty lucky because he might have a chance at hearing that lava and that zombie. So they're looking over a couple rules in the chat. Let's take a look. Looks like 5 people have now taken damage. I'm not keeping up with that as well as I should. I'm sorry, but Andy was the next one to do it. He took a heart. I'm not necessarily sure. People are looking for Season 2, and they're just looking for a couple of little tidbits in chat there. You can take a look for yourself if you are curious. Now I'm going to talk to everybody, all the organizers of Windforce and such, and see where we're going to upload this footage. It's definitely going to be on my channel because I'm recording it, but we might upload it to Windforce Official. So make sure to look in the description and see if Windforce Official is linked there. If it is, go subscribe to it because it'll link you to all the other channels and all the other players that are going on, and this footage will be uploaded there. And then just simply server updates, funny things will be uploaded as well throughout the SMP season and UHC updates and things. So make sure to subscribe to that. It'll be a very important channel to keep updates with Windforce and things like that. As I TP here to Fred, I want to go on a little bit about why I'm spectating this season. Fred's already digging down. Good boy. It's night now. Pretty recently. And the reason I am... I'll stop doing these updates after Season 1. Oh, that's the end of the episode already. We did a short first episode because the intro obviously took some time. So, guys, make sure to stay with the updates on this. Check out Episode 2. This is going to be a fun one, and I'll explain why I'm spectating in just a moment.